some weave in your hair. I can teach you how to do it. Keep your lashes on your face. I can teach you how to do it. Wanna put them on? I can teach you how to do it. Hair, skin, and beauty. Just hit play and get right to it while we... Okay guys, so today we're back with another hair tutorial. There is no secret that a lot of the times we want a short hairstyle, but we simply don't want to take the time to sew it in because it takes a little time, or we don't want to glue it in. Some of us could just get a quick wig, but we don't want to take it off and then have to go through the trouble every morning when we get up and go to work and have to fix it and all that. So, like I was telling you guys before, there's more than one way to wear a weave ponytail. Just because you buy the hair in a certain style does not mean that you have to keep it as is. Feel free to pull on it, tug on it, fluff it out, turn it into a different style. It may be deep wave, doesn't mean that you have to just leave it as is once you just sit it on your head, shake and go. You can do all kind of things with it. Okay, when I put ponytails in my head, I like to style them to where I could get more than one style out of them. Sometimes I get 5 or 6 different styles out of it till I get tired of wearing that particular hair. I chose this hair. It's a deep wave, so I don't have to use the curling iron to curl it. That also saves you from having to get up every morning and curl your hair, okay? Well, this is this hair we're going to use right now to get a quick pixie cut, okay? Now, like I said, I don't want to cut my original hair, so I'm just going to have a faux, you know, the back of it look like it's cut, but it's not. Well, it's going to look that way once you pull your own hair up in a ponytail anyway. A faux fade, not fade, but taper, whatever it is. Y'all know what I mean. Okay, and the sides, okay? It will look nice. Now, you guys already know how to put the ponytail in, as opposed to taking all the time. You know, that takes 2 to 3 minutes once you get used to it, as opposed to taking all the time, gluing it down, this and that. You know, it's good not to always put a glued hairstyle in your head, even though you have a stocking on and you have the stuff to keep the glue from touching your hair. But it's good to sometimes not do that, to let your hair breathe. You guys, your hair does need to breathe in order to stay healthy, okay? Now, to the pixie cut, okay? You want to get the length enough to where once you cut it, you can chop off enough to get the style you want, okay? And before you start cutting, you want to fluff it out all over. Now, you guys, remember how I told you that you could leave your original hair out in the ponytail piece? Well, with this curly hair, even though it will blend in, I'm going to do the pixie cut, so you really don't have to leave that out if you don't want, you know. But if you do ball it in, guys, make sure you make as small of a bump fold over as possible. You don't want your hair, your original hair, to be folded over and sticking way up here. That's going to give you problems when it comes to the middle of your hair. Curly hair is really good at closing in at the top, you guys. So it's okay to put your bump in there to fold your hair over so you don't have to deal with it. But before you start cutting your style, you always want to fluff it out first. That way you can get the look, because after you cut it and, you know, after days of laying on it, your style will get different. So fluff, fluff, fluff. Okay? I really like this color. It's pretty. If you want, you can use a wide tooth comb to comb and fluff it as well, you guys. Gives it more volume, allows you to do more of what you're really trying to do. Now, because I'm doing a video, this is gonna take a little longer than about 5 minutes or so. But generally, once you get used to doing these styles, guys, you'll see why I always opt for a ponytail. Oh, another reason that's good to use a comb, because it pulls out the dead shedding of your weave. But once you get used to doing these ponytail hairstyles, you guys, you'll notice that it'll take you 15-20 minutes to do a hairstyle, 5 to 10 depending on what you're doing. You're gonna tell people, hold on, you guys, yeah, I'm going with you. Let me do my hair right quick. You'll come back, you already, dang, you did that fast. Is that a wig? Mm-mm. Trust me, that happens a lot. Remember, guys, before you start cutting, even after you fluff, you always want to look around at the back of your hair too, so you can know exactly what it's going to look like, where it's going to be. How far it's going to come down. And while you're looking at it, guys, you can see, okay, exactly how you want to shape it, okay? So that's good for that. This hair is so pretty. Okay, so the style I'm going to go for, guys, is kind of shorter on this side and bring it down. So kind of shape it how you guys are going to want it, okay? Reason I'm pulling over this way is because I want it a little shorter. So once I cut it, it'll begin to shape. Okay. And then you start cutting, guys. I really need new scissors. My scissors are becoming old. And don't be afraid, guys, of cutting too much because it is curly hair. It's not going to be too short because when you get through, you're going to have to pull it out anyway. You could also take a razor comb, you guys, and do it that way too. But be careful when you pull and cut, because you don't want to razor too much, because once it balls up, it's gonna shorten, and sometimes you could accidentally cut it too short. And as you sleep on it over the days, it's gonna tighten up and fall into the natural style that you guys are going for, okay? And don't worry, you guys, if you feel your pixie cut is going to be too fluffy, too high. Like I said, it will flatten. Or you can always thin it out with a razor comb and scissors as well. Or with hair gel. Shape as you cut, guys. Shape as you cut. Don't worry about getting to the back yet. Right now, you're trying to cut and shape the front and the sides, guys. The front and the sides. So don't go to the back. Just cut only what you can see with your eyes, okay? Up front. There's a different way to do this as well. You could take bobby pins and style it as you want and stick bobby pins in, and it'll be simple, and it will, you know, you can do it that way. So when you take the bobby pins out, you can bring it to a different hairstyle, guys. But for certain reasons, I'm just gonna cut mine into the style I want. You can still get more than one style with it when you cut it, but there's a reason I'm cutting it. Careful not to cut your own hair up under there, guys. Another reason I like working with curly hair is because when you cut it, you can still pull on it. You're thinking it's too short, and it's not. It's not short enough, actually. But that's when you're cutting it with scissors. Some people feel like it's hard to cut hair. It's really not. If you're not used to, comfortable with cutting hair, cut weave, don't cut people's hair. Don't cut your hair. If you mess up the weave, you can take it out. If you mess up your hair, you have to wait till it grows back or do something. Even if you mess up the cut of the weave, you can still fix it by turning it into another style that you weren't intending. When you're cutting up top, keep your comb it. You don't want that hair that you cut sitting up there. Okay, yeah, the trick is, guys, to cutting curly hair to get the perfect cut. You want, once you pull on it, you don't want it to be longer than the style you're actually going for. Okay? You want it to fall in place. Because like I said, over a few days it will flatten out. And you're going to want it to stay how you have it. And a lot of times, guys, you will notice that you don't even have to cut the back. Once you get the fluffing it out, you want to make sure you stay on the edge. Keep pulling it out until you get it as flat as you want it. As close to your hair, to your head as you want it. Now you can keep it a pixie fro, or you can cut it as close to your hair, to your head as you want it, okay? You'll see it take a shape, okay? And you can just play with it and do what you want with it. It can be styled in many different ways, okay? We're not through with the back yet, guys. Just show you guys something. If you want to have this up here and you don't want to cut it to where it's up here because you're going to wear it in more than one style, get bobby pins. And when you use your bobby pin, you want to use it from the inside and then pin it in. That way your bobby pin is showing. Once you pin it, make sure you have hair that you can move over and cover it, okay? Now, get all the loose hair out. Don't worry about the back again. Don't worry, you're not done. You're still going to be styling as you go, okay? Now I'm going to show you guys something. Okay. Now, you're going to take hair gel, rub it in your hands, and run it through your hair. This is going to help your hair to stay in the styles that you put it in. When I don't want my color to tint or darken, I use clear hair gel for weave. You don't have to use much. You just want to make sure it gets in there. Now you can wear it anyway. You don't have to keep it in a pixie cut if you don't want. Or you can. It's really up to you how you want to wear it. Okay? Like I said, as you go, you continue to cut away flyaways. So you're going to keep styling. Like I said, it's best to invest in a mirror. This makes this process quicker to put behind you so you can see in front of you as well. You can see the back of your hair. Now always remember what I told you guys. Check the top as well. You want to look and see what the top looks like. Okay. Now, when I do my hairstyles, if I want a specific style, if I'm going out or going somewhere special, then I'll do my hair like 3 days before. That way it has time to get where it needs to be to relax and lock into its style. Now, if you have some in the back that just won't be a team player, feel free to cut it. Don't cut too much, don't cut it too short, guys. Because like I said, it is going to tighten up and it is going to lock into place, okay? There's a portable hair dryer you could use, guys, if you want it to lock quicker, you know. And once it dries, you can still play with it. I'm going to put the link to that hair dryer in the comments below. I use the hair dryer. It's actually good too when you're doing your hot oil treatments on your own hair, guys. It's really good to do hot oil treatments on your own hair to keep it healthy and conditioned. Again, you have a hairstyle here. You don't have to take the wig off every day. You don't have glue on your hair. There's nothing wrong with wearing glue. I just prefer not to if I don't have to, because I do wear it with the cap over my head, with the stuff on my hair to keep the glue from going off. But I try to do as little glue. And I do sew-ins, but I try to do as least amount of sew-ins and glue because I don't want to put too much strain on my hair. Sew-ins also pull and break your hair, but it's okay when you're doing it in moderation from time to time, guys. So you just gotta be careful. Let your hair breathe, your natural hair. Take care of your hair. And I find this is the safest way to get all the hairstyles you want without damaging your own hair. So once you've done that, guys, you can go around, continue cutting where you want, okay? Where you don't want, style it, like I said, how you want. Just play in it, play with it. You can get multiple different styles. Okay? It's your choice. would look really cute to make a V. So, guys, that's how you do a quick ponytail pixie cut. Hope you guys liked my video. Enjoy, subscribe to my channel, guys. There will be more. There's so much you can do with this hair. So much you can do with ponytails. I mean, they're not just, you know, ponytails. Well, they are ponytails, but you know, it's Weft hair. So you can put it in there and play with it. Do what you want. If you see something like, oh no, that ain't me, switch it. Do it how you want, guys. It's your hair, your styles. Wear what you like. Okay? So thank you, guys. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and click that bell so you can get the videos every time I pull them up, every time I put them on, okay? Okay, so in the eyelash video, I asked you guys, did you know why I had my little ball in the top of my head? The reason being is it keeps your wigs from sliding back, okay? You put your ball as close to the front of your head as you want. Then you take the comb and push it under the ball. It'll keep your wig from sliding back. If you have a comb in the back of your wig, put one in the back as well. Then stick the comb up under the ball. It keeps your wig from sliding forward. Then you don't have to worry about your wig moving anymore. Now, if you don't have combs in your wig, take a bob pin, because there's somewhere you can stick that bob pin in there. Take a bob pin, put it through your wig on the inside of it, okay, and go sideways through that, under that ball, okay. That also will keep your wig from pulling back. Or you could take one of those braid clips, you know, that snaps bend, the adult clips that you hold your hair with. You could take that and put it in there and put it through under the little ball of your own hair. Okay, those who don't know what I'm talking about when I say ball, go to my eyelash video and you'll see what I'm talking about, the ball. And run it through under your wig, clip it under the ball, okay, and snap it. Snap the barrette. That too will keep your wigs from sliding back. Okay?